What's happening, gamers? It's Sega Man, back with another review. Hope you guys have enjoyed the podcasts that I had lately. It's been fun. But today I'm going to give my review, my honest review and points about the Nintendo Switch. Everybody knows that Sega Man is a diehard Xbox dude. You know what I mean? But I play everything. You know, I own a lot of game systems, you guys know. Old school, new school, you know. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion and review about the Nintendo Switch. What I like about it, a few things that I don't like about it. You know, this is my honest opinion on the Nintendo Switch that I've enjoyed so far, and things I think that really can be improved. Nintendo needs to do, in my opinion, with the Switch, but it's not all bad, you know. But let's start with showing the system. You know, the Nintendo Switch is a nice handheld. You can dock it. I have it the docking station set up on my TV upstairs. It has a nice interface, I believe. I don't want to get too much glare into it. You know, it has a nice interface that's on it. It's easy to go through, and it has a lot of games on it to offer on the Nintendo eShop. You know, you can play. If you see it there, you can play old school Nintendo, Game Boy, Super NES. But in order to get that, though, you have to be a part of Nintendo Online. So, me and my wife decided to get Nintendo Online because she got a Switch, and we play Uno together. To me, being a collector of video game systems for a long time, been in the game for a long, long time, it's a really good, in my opinion, family system to own. Seriously. We played Uno online. Okay, now, the thing that's really bad about the Nintendo Switch is the online is very slow. You know, sometimes it's slow in games if you're playing Uno. Rather, if you're playing with your significant other, if you're playing with other people on there in a lobby, you know, when you go into the game, it's kind of slow. You know, it takes a while. Sometimes, like, if somebody throws down a card and it's your turn, there's a little bit of lag there. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough to be noticeable in the game. But it doesn't take my fun and joy out of playing Uno on the Nintendo Switch. No, rather if it's docked or if you have it in the form of it not being docked, it's still the same way. Another thing that's really kind of annoying is if you download any kind of games onto your Nintendo Switch, it takes forever. They can only be like 2 gigs, 1 gig. It takes forever for the games to download from the store. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like like this game called I think it's called Syndrome that I have. Now I started kind of playing it. It was on sale for $2, but it requires some gigs. But it took forever for that game to download. So if it depends on on the gigs of the games that you get, how long it'll take. Like I got old school games like Night Trap on here that were a couple gigs, you know, and I got a lot of shoot 'em ups actually on the Nintendo Switch. Those ones didn't take fairly long, but old school games like Night Trap and what's the other one I got here? Corpse Killer. Corpse Killer, you know, it took a little bit of time for that. With Corpse Killer on there. As you can see, these are my games that I already have on here already. Most of them are shoot 'em ups that are on the Nintendo Switch. You know, you probably can't see a lot of it because of the glare, but they have a lot of good sales all the time. Now I have to give Nintendo that for their eShop. They have a lot of sales that are a good price. Like you can get some of these shoot 'em up games on here for $1.99, $2.50, you know, $3, which isn't bad. So what I do with a Nintendo Switch, so the ones that I don't have on my Series X, that will never come to the Series X, I put on my Nintendo Switch. You know what I mean? It's a very good on-the-go system. It really is. If you can't afford to go out and buy a Steam Deck right now, or something like that, or the one that Microsoft advertises, in their store, the handheld, the Switch might be a better product for you to buy. You know what I mean? It's not like I can't afford those Steam Decks or anything like that, but it's really expensive right now. Very expensive for some of that stuff right now. So I would rather just, play on the Nintendo Switch as an on-the-go system. And even sometimes, I dock it and I play it at home on my TV up here. It's a very nice handheld system. A lot of people say that the Nintendo Switch is a kiddie system for kids. Okay, it is really, it's really, directed towards kids. It really is, okay? And I understand that. But I play everything. I'm a gamer. You know what I mean? And it's a pretty good system, guys. Even if you're an adult, it's a great system to have. Some people say it's a kiddie toy, and and that's their opinion. And I respect their opinion. But I'm a collector. I'm a connoisseur. I'm a collector of video games and systems. I've been for years, before some of you were even born. You know what I mean? And I gotta hand it to Nintendo. This is probably, to be honest with you, their best handheld system that ever came out. And some people, oh, it's just not that. It's a system you can dock. I understand that, but it's more targeted towards, honestly, a handheld system for it to be on the go. The product itself is very sleek and smooth on each side. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty smooth on each side. It's really cool, modern looking. I like it. I like the way the little dongle things are different colors. You can buy those separately for some of them are very expensive, like $50, $60. But if you go on Amazon, you could probably find deals where you can get different color ones to switch out, to put on your Switch and make it look cool. Like, my wife has the, what's that one the game called? Splashdown, or I can't remember the name of that game. It's a Splat or something like that. It's a really cool Switch that she has, and it's pretty awesome. Mine is more like the Mario looking type Switch, and I'm really digging it, and I like it. The interface is really cool. You can use this to move. You can use your hand to move it up and down. It's also a touch screen. It's very cool, very responsive on it. You know what I mean? You can do different things on here. Now, another thing that is a little bit of a pet peeve about this is the memory that it comes in with it. Okay? Now, you can go out and buy SD cards for it. Okay? So, give me 1 second, because I forgot to put this in the video. I'm going to actually grab one that I just got in the mail. So, give me 1 second, and I'll show you. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. So, like I said, with the Nintendo Switch, the memory goes real fast. If you're downloading games that have big gigs, your memory goes so fast, you have to go run out and you have to buy, an SD card. So, I actually received one in the mail yesterday from Amazon. It's a 512 gig memory card. You have to use a little SIM card, to put in there to give you more memory, when you start downloading these games. So that's another thing that's kind of a little bit of a pet peeve to me with the Nintendo Switch. That does not deter my fun factor of playing on the Switch. Like I said, they have great old school games that you're not going to find on, that's not going to probably never come to your Xbox Series S or X. You know what I mean? So if you're a game connoisseur like me and you enjoy games like shoot 'em ups, like I'll never probably see, on the Series X, like Thunder Force. There's a couple Thunder Force games I already bought on the Nintendo Switch. I docked it. It looks great on the TV. You know what I mean? Games like that. In the Hunt. In the Hunt was a good submarine shoot 'em up game that actually came out on the Sega Saturn, which is crazy mad expensive. The last time I seen that In the Hunt complete in its shell casing and box, it was $500. I'm not paying $500 for a Sega Saturn game. I could find much more to do with $500. You know what I mean? Way more. And it's not going to be video games. You know what I mean? So that's just way too expensive and astronomical for In the Hunt. Some people might sell it a little cheaper, but it's not going to be less than $50 at all. It's going to be in the $100 range. It's going to be like maybe 280, 190, 200. It's going to be up there in that range. You know what I mean? So it was great to have that game on the Nintendo Switch, which is really awesome. I always wanted that game. Could never afford to get it. You know what I mean? Back then, I can afford to buy it now, but I'm not going to spend $500 on a video game. I'm just not going to do it. You know what I mean? So, and then it just had great shoot 'em ups on here. It has the old school Nintendo classics on here that you like. Your old Nintendo games you could play on here. Like I said, Super NES, Game Boy, and different things like that. So, it has a lot to offer on its store. It's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? You get little like, you don't get achievements, but you get like these little coins. Every time you buy something, you add up these coins and you can put, it turns into money, currency that you could put towards whatever you have already saved in your Nintendo Switch so you can buy another game. You also get rewarded these coins too, where you can buy like Zelda skins or Mario skins or pictures or stuff like that. But that's about it. It doesn't have no achievements or anything like that. I would like to see these systems put achievements in there. I would like to see Nintendo do something like that, not actually copy. Well, it would kind of be copying Microsoft, you know what I mean, like Sony does. But I would like to see them put, you know, like some kind of a Nintendo achievement in there. That would be pretty cool in my opinion. But the next thing I want to show you is I want to show you a couple games. I want to show you a couple games I already have. Now didn't buy a lot of physical games for the Switch. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you a couple I have here. Actually, this one I actually picked up at Big Lots. If you go to your local Big Lots, sometimes they have Xbox games, Switch games, and if you like PlayStation, they have PlayStation games. But I found Street Fighter, the 30th Anniversary Collection, for only $20. Now, you can't beat that physical, in my opinion. You have it on the go, which is awesome. Now, I have it on the Series X, okay? But this is on the go that has all these Street Fighter games in there, which is really awesome. And it's a good entry price, actually, for a Switch game, because Switch games are expensive. You know what I mean? So I got it right here. This is the Anniversary Collection that I got here, and I got this at, Big Lots. For $20, which isn't bad. It's a good price. Like I said, it has all the games on it, like you can see down the bottom. So if you have a local Big Lots and you didn't know that this Anniversary Collection was on the Switch, instead of having it digitally, if you want to buy it physical and collect physical, you can get it for $20, which isn't bad to have it physical. Now, you're not going to get nothing in these. It's just plain Jane inside. You're not going to get nothing inside there, no booklet, no nothing like that, okay? But that was pretty awesome. So, and my lovely wife, she bought me Sonic Frontiers for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I haven't put it in and played it yet. I'm going to, but she bought me Sonic Frontiers, with my Switch. Now, inside here, there's, like I said, there's a little there's a little code thing in here that you can put in here. I think I already put it in there. It's a little gem thing that you can put in there. I'm not going to really show the code because I don't remember putting it in there. But it came with little things like that. Coming home to like it's advertising. Sonic 2, which has been out here already, and the game. Now, I guess some of them will have some kind of advertisements in there, but that's about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she bought me Sonic Frontiers, and that's really cool. And I really appreciate her doing that. She doesn't really know exactly everything that I play. She knows I'm a diehard Gears head and different things like that, but she only knows pretty much I like Gears of War, but I like a lot of games. But, yeah, I got Sonic Frontiers on there. Now, I heard different stories that it doesn't play good on there. But I have to be the judge of that and judge it for myself when I play it. I want to get it for the Xbox Series X, which I will physically, but I have it to have on the go, with my Nintendo Switch. So it's Sonic Frontiers. If you guys have played any of these games or have these games, let me know your experiences about Sonic Frontiers or the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. But those are the two physical games I got right now. Now this is really cool. I like this little peripheral that came with it. That you put the dongles in. It's very nice in your hands. It plays very well in your hands. It kind of reminds me of an Xbox controller. I love it. It works really good. This is really awesome. I really like this. It feels good in your hands. It has a little bit of weight to it, just a little bit, but it's nice. It has a Nintendo Switch right there. It's nice. It's a nice creation peripheral that they made for to have a controller, handheld controller in your hand while you're playing your Nintendo Switch docked. Okay. So that's all I have today about the Switch, guys. But I wanted to do my review on it. Like I said, for me, because I play everything, one of the reasons why I like the Switch is because it has games on it that I'm not going to be able to get, that might not see the light of day on the Xbox. Like these nice shoot 'em ups and stuff like that. But that's how they are. You know what I mean? If you want to play these games, like I said, you're going to have to buy another system. You're just going to have to buy another system. If you want to play great shoot 'em up games that will never see the light of day, that were Japanese-esque, that'll just never come to a American console like the Xbox, you're going to have to buy a Nintendo Switch, or if you want to buy a PlayStation 4 or whatever. You know what I mean? You're going to have to do that, to play these great old school beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups. And they have some great beat 'em ups on here too. Like this one I have on here, it's called The Takeover. It'll probably never see the light of day on the Series X. It's a great beat 'em up. It kind of reminds me of Streets of Rage 2. It's pretty good. I like that. Darius. I like the Darius games. I bought Darius HD. It's really awesome. Now I want to get the rest of them, but they're kind of pricey right now. On the Switch. You know what I mean? Because I love shoot 'em ups. Shoot 'em ups are one of my favorite genres ever. He bought his beat 'em ups. Sega Man's is shoot 'em ups. So that's what I like to really purchase and buy is shmups. You know what I mean? And like I said, they had some great games on here for a very good price. You know what I mean? That you're never going to see. Like this one called, what is it called here? Hold on. Let me see. Is it Fighter's History? Is it Fighter's History Arcade? Yeah, Fighter's History. Johnny's Turbo Arcade's Fighting History. Like you're never going to see these kind of games like come out on the Series X. Now there is a lot of games that the Nintendo Switch does have in its eShop. Shoot 'em ups that did come on the Series X. Okay, but they're not Darius or anything like that. Or the game like the shoot 'em up Cotton. Very expensive game on a Sega Saturn. That's well over $300, $350 if you can find it. I think it was made by Cave Games, if I'm correct. They're on the Switch. They're a decent price. Some of them are very expensive right now, but I'm going to wait because they always have sales, and I'm going to buy them on the Switch because they're going to be at a good sell price and entry form for me to buy them as a consumer of gaming. So my rating on the Switch right now, guys, like I said, it's a great handheld system. I like the style of it. I like how it feels in your hands. You see the switches on the back here. This is really awesome, very accessible. This is where your I think that's where the game goes. The game goes here, and then your SD card will go in here. If you can see that, your SD card will go in here. It's nice. It says Switch on the back. It's nice. It feels good in the hand. So my rating on the Nintendo Switch, I'm going to give it a solid 8. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a good handheld system, and I really appreciate it, and I like my Nintendo Switch, guys. So I just wanted to give you a review on that finally about what I think about the Nintendo Switch and the experiences I've had with it right now. Like I said, it can use some improvements. Maybe it will. You know what I mean? I know they have a QLED. Is it a QLED Switch or something like that? Screen, really expensive right now. Not really in a price range I would want it for. I'm fine with a regular Switch. I don't really need a QLED or OLED screen. I think it's an OLED screen. I don't really need that. You know what I mean? Some people say they don't really see that much of a difference. I don't know. But I've just heard things like that. But yeah, guys, if you're interested in a Nintendo Switch, that's my opinion on it, man. That's my review on the Nintendo Switch. You guys have a good rest of the weekend. I will be back soon with another podcast. The Outlaws of Xbox podcast, the Outlaws of Xbox Media. We will be back soon. I want to give a big shout out to my brother E-Rock, the Don King of Xbox, E-Rock X. He bought Unlimited Productions, Tuckmaster, Dea 4568, Other Zinc, and Intermediate Gaming, and 100 with the crew. And everybody out there, big shouts out to our chat, man. You guys rock. Without you, we wouldn't be nothing, man. That's the honest to goodness truth. You guys take care. Happy gaming, guys. I will see you sometime this week. Peace.